make a classic case of if you don't take your chances, you get nothing from the game today, it seems.
Yeah, Jay, it's becoming boring now, mate. It's we're creating so many chances in games. I've just been told there we had 13 shots today and 6 on target, and they had 4 shots and 3 on target, and we've got beat 2-0. It's becoming boring, Jay. It's, we're creating so many chances, and we're not clinical, we're not ruthless enough. And to be honest with you, mate, I think if we'd have been still playing next Tuesday, we wouldn't have scored today.
Yeah, like you mentioned some huge chances created today. I mean, Elliot Andrew probably the best one. I think inside 2 minutes from a couple of yards out, failed to score. And Ethan and Luca both had good chances.
Yeah.
And Elliot Andrew in the second half, when Kitch plays him in, slides it wide. It just didn't go in for us today at all, did it?
No, it just wouldn't happen for us in the final third, Jay. And to be honest with you, now without being disrespectful or without sounding stupid, we could have been 3-0 up before they scored. Elliot's got a score. Ethan's done really well. He's worked the keeper. Keeper's made a really good save. Luca's 1v1. He's slowed down to try and come back in on his right foot. Instead of getting across him and taking it on his left and going across the keeper. These are the moments that we're just not taking at the minute. We've got to be ruthless in these situations and take these chances, because just said to the lads in there, it's an unwritten rule in football. When you dominate and you create so many chances, you could be 2-0 up, you could be 3-0 up, and then you get the goal we conceded. It's just the way things are going for us at the minute. Josh can probably foul Kianga on the halfway line. He's let him come inside him and beat him. We've just not matched the run into the box. It's a knot and cross into the box and hit off Mason's back and gone in, and that just sort of summed up today.
Yeah, I don't want to ask you too much about the officials today, but obviously it had a huge impact for 15-20 minutes in that first half. Do you think we got too engrossed and embroiled in that kind of battle with the officials? Potentially,
Jay. It's really difficult not to, because I've seen some bad referees this year, but I think he's the worst I think I've ever seen. You couldn't speak to him. Every contact, not just us, by the way, both teams. Every contact, what was just a foul, he was booking everyone. Everything was a booking. You couldn't speak to him. He was just arrogant, didn't want to know. Just made the game all about himself. And
yeah, in that second half, it was pretty much one-way traffic for the majority of it. It seemed like only a matter of time before we were going to go and get the equaliser, and then potentially go and win it, and they were quite happy just camping it and defend for their lives, which they did well in the end.
Yeah, they went 1-0 up, and they sat in, and they held the 1-0, and to be fair, they defended really well. Even when we were putting balls in the box, they had numbers behind the ball, they had numbers around the ball, and they made it really, really difficult for us. Credit to them, they've gone 1-0 up, and they've done a bit of a job on us, to be fair. But the other end of the pitch, they could have been a completely different story today, and it should have been.